Suze Orman is for poor people. Dave Ramsey is for middle class people. Really rich people don't do what those people do. In today's video, we're gonna break down one of the most powerful tools that the wealthy people use and most regular people don't use it enough. We're gonna talk about probably the biggest tool used by wealthy people to live tax-free, even if they make millions of dollars. Donald Trump paid $750 in taxes in 2016 in his election year. Grant Cardone brags about not paying taxes. Jay-Z very boastfully says in one of his lyrics, thanks to his accountant, he's practically living tax-free. If you're taking your tax advice from a lawyer, accountant, fellow doctor, or dentist, or anybody else that pays income taxes, then you're taking tax advice from the wrong people. The wealthiest people in this country pay little to no taxes. All right, welcome back to the channel. I'm Dr. Johnny Walker, aka my real name, Dr. Jonathan Witanachi. If you notice that the editing and the thumbnails are really cool and new, it's because I have a new YouTube team and they're located in India. Shout out to Shubham and his team in India. If you guys are a YouTuber or you need good editing, great editing, these are your guys. I just wanted to give them a shout out because I have team members in the Philippines, Ohio, the virtual assistant, executive assistant. We have, like I said, a team in India, team members in Canada, and of course, right here in the good old United States of America. So we're truly an international team as we continue to grow here at Walk of Wealth. We love giving people opportunities. We love giving hardworking immigrants opportunities because I myself is a hardworking immigrant that came from very, very modest means. All right. On this channel, as you know, we teach dentists and successful business owners on how to achieve financial freedom through passive investment in real estate. Today's video, we're going to be talking about the #1 tool to live tax-free, and that is the refinance. Sound boring? No, it's not. I would think you know everything about it. Well, maybe you do, but maybe you might learn a little something today. To put everything in context, let's take myself as an example. I was a very high income earning endodontist. I'm still a relatively high income earning endodontist, but I was an even higher income earning endodontist before when I used to work full time. When I say a high income earning, I meant gross high income earning, right? Let's just put a number on it. $750,000 I made in one of the years. If I made $750,000, I didn't really make $750,000. Let's look at it after taxes. Now, if I'm on a W-2 income, I'm getting taxed with no Vaseline. Take it to the max. Take it to the limit. You know the Scarface, right? And I paid probably $300,000 in taxes or more. I don't even remember the number. I don't even want to look at my tax return. That's disgusting. I felt disgusted. $300,000, and then Donald Trump only paid $750? How, Sway? How? He's a billionaire. Okay, and that's the thing. That's how most high-earning professionals are, right? The ones that are associates, the ones that work as employees of companies, they're paid as W-2 employees. There's some that are paid as 1099 in some states, independent contractor, which gives you more benefits than a W-2, but relatively marginal relative to how much taxes you're paying. So yes, there's some advantages of 1099, and yes, you should take advantage of all of the things that you can if you are a 1099 business owner. Even small business owners have even more write-offs, right? There's even more things that can be deducted as expenses that really help to offset some of the income that you made, but even still, relatively high taxes that are paid, right? A lot of these gains from a Schedule C from a business flow to your ordinary income. It's clear, right? The biggest expense, the biggest wealth crusher come from taxes. That's the biggest expense that almost every single doctor has, right? And if we were able to keep even part of that money, if we were able to keep half of that money even, or all of it, and instead of giving it to the government, be able to invest it in something where it's actually growing and paying our future self by building wealth, paying our present self with cash flow, wouldn't that be a better place to put your money? The purpose of this isn't tax, and we're going to talk about another tax strategy, how you can create avenues to wipe out your W-2 tax liability. But that's for another episode, another topic. Just stay tuned to the channel. So now let's talk about the refinance. Say the dentist makes $150,000 a year. I, as the high earning endodontist, $750K, I'm like, okay, you only make $150K. You're not richer than me. I make more money than you. But this dentist has been investing the whole time. He's been investing half of every 50 cents out of every dollar. He's been living below his means, and he's been investing heavily. And he invested and bought $2 million piece of real estate. Now, he borrowed $1.5 million, and he had to come up with $500,000 as a down payment. The property, after 5 years, he's made some changes. He's added value. He bought it under price, turned the property around. the value goes from 2 million after 7 years is now worth 5 million. So now what does he do? So it's gone up in value by $3 million due to his hard work and due to natural market appreciation over 7 years, because the area he bought in a great area where the property value was going up. Now the building's worth $5 million. But so what? It's net worth, right? Who cares? Well, that doesn't help me right now. So how does he get that money? Well, he takes that $5 million building and he goes to the bank and says, hey, based on the income of this property, this building is now worth $5 million at X cap rate. The bank says, yes, I agree. This income has been predictable. You've been showing that it's been growing year after year. We agree with your assessment. This building is worth $5 million based on the income it produces. And the bank now issues you brand new debt. For the sake of simplicity, they say, listen, we're going to lend you $4 million on this $5 million building, right? We think it's worth $5 million and we're going to lend you $4 million. Now you take that $4 million of new debt and you pay off the original mortgage, which was $1.5 million when you started. 7 years later, that's now $800,000. So you take $4 million of new debt, you pay off $800,000 of your old mortgage, and you're left with $3.2 million of cash. And you're left with $3.2 million of tax-free cash. So take that, rich endodontist. You think you're rich? Well, I'm wealthy. And guess what? That can be done over and over again, because now that $3.5 million you pay, you have no taxes on that, because that is a loan. It is a refinance. There's a proceeds from a loan that you are borrowing from the bank, and the tenants of that property are going to pay it back for you. And while they pay it back for you, you get the benefit of having the cash, and you can now invest in another building. You can buy a Ferrari. You can invest in another building and buy a Ferrari. You can buy the watch that you wanted. You can put your parents in a senior enhancement community, not in the home, right? You can go for and pay extra for the large room. Really wealthy people, they learn to live off debt. Debt is a tool. Dave Ramsey tells you, talk about get out of debt, pay off your student loans, pay off XYZ. Well, really wealthy people, they realize that the Fed just keeps making money. It's printing money, and the money's becoming worth less and less and less. It's debasing the value every time you add money. Inflation is the result of that, as we see it running rampant through our society. So why would you save money if they're printing it? Debt will bury you if you don't use it right. And it's burying most of us and most Americans. We are in a period of economic enslavement, right? We definitely are, as people go into higher and higher debt. Interest rates are high, inflation is high. Nobody can afford to buy a home. Well, listen, this is a time that you need to protect your family, protect your wealth that you're building, right? Protect your future generation, your legacy. And the best way to do that is to learn about this stuff. And the second step is to build a strategy. And the third step is to take action. All right, guys, I hope that helps. Hope you got a ton of value. If you do, smash the like button. Please share with other like-minded people or colleagues that need to hear this. We need to get our message out there, and we want all of us to go together, because if you want to go fast, you go alone. But if you want to go far, we go together. To quote the late and great Jerry Springer, take care of yourself and each other. I'm Dr. Johnny Walker. See you next time, guys.